The little snowflakes Frosty danced in a snowy valley where icicles sparkled and pine trees stood tall. There lived a tiny snowflake named Frosty. Frosty was small and lacy, with delicate crystal arms that shimmered in the moonlight, and she loved drifting through the chilly air, watching rabbits burrow and stars twinkle above. But Frosty had a big dream. She wanted to dance across the valley to find new friends and share her frosty glow. One starry evening, a gentle breeze named Chilly swooped by and said, "Hello, Frosty. Why do you glitter so happily tonight?" Frosty twirled and replied, "I want to dance through the valley and make friends." Chilly puffed and said, "I'll carry you. Let's go." Frosty's crystals sparkled as Chilly lifted her to a snowy clearing where a little mouse named Paws nibbled a frozen seed, and Paws squeaked, "Hi, Snowflake. Why are you here?" Frosty twinkled, "I'm dancing to find friends. Want to come?" Paws hid her whiskers, saying, "I'm shy in the cold," but Frosty smiled, "Scurry in my frost. You're warm," and Paws scampered beside her. Chilly carried them to a sparkly frozen stream where a tiny squirrel named Fluff skated on the ice, and Fluff chattered, "Hello, Frosty. What's that shine?" Frosty spun, "It's me. I'm finding friends. Join us." Fluff twitched her tail, saying, "I'm scared to slip far," but Frosty winked, "Slide in my glitter. I'll guide you," and Fluff glided along. Next, Chilly blew them to a quiet hill where snowdrifts piled high, and a small rabbit named Hoppy burrowed in the snow, and Hoppy said, "Hi, Frosty. Why are you twirling?" Frosty swayed, "I'm on a quest for friends. Come with us." Hoppy tucked her ears, saying, "I'm nervous in deep snow," but Frosty nodded, "Hop in my frost. You're safe," and Hoppy bounced beside Frosty, Paws, and Fluff. Chilly whisked them to a frosty meadow where a baby owl named Hoot perched on a branch, and Hoot hooted, "Hello, Frosty. What's that glittery snowflake?" Frosty flickered, "It's me. I'm making friends. Want to fly?" Hoot fluffed his feathers, saying, "I'm new to flying," but Frosty twinkled, "Soar in my shine. We're a team," and Hoot glided beside Frosty, Paws, Fluff, and Hoppy. Frosty felt braver and said, "I want to shine for everyone." Chilly whispered, "Dance high and sparkle." Frosty soared up, her crystal arms weaving a dazzling frosty dance across the valley, and Paws, Fluff, Hoppy, and Hoot clapped, cheering, "Your dance is beautiful." Children sledding in the valley saw Frosty's glitter and gasped, and a girl named Mia pointed, shouting, "Look, a snowflake with friends." The children asked, "Who's sparkling?" And Frosty floated down, saying, "I'm Frosty. I'm dancing for friends. Want to see?" The children nodded, asking, "Can we play with you?" Frosty twinkled, "Yes. Dance in my snow." Mia and her friends twirled in the snow, giggling as Paws scurried, Fluff slid, Hoppy hopped, and Hoot flew, and Mia said, "You're so brave, Frosty." Frosty's crystals glowed brighter as the stars twinkled above, and Chilly said, "Frosty, it's time to rest." Frosty looked at the clearing, stream, hill, meadow, and valley, saying, "I danced so far and made so many friends." Chilly hugged her softly, saying, "You're a tiny star." Frosty turned to her friends, asking, "Will you visit my shine?" And Paws, Fluff, Hoppy, and Hoot nodded, cheering, "Yes." Mia waved, saying, "We'll find you, Frosty." Chilly guided Frosty back to a soft snowbank, and her friends followed to say goodbye. Frosty settled gently, feeling proud, saying, "I sparkled the valley." Paws squeaked, "You made us brave." Fluff chattered, "And happy." Hoppy hopped, "And bouncy." Hoot hooted, "And safe." Frosty's heart felt full as she said, "You're all my frost." That night, Frosty rested, dreaming of sparkles, and the next day, Paws, Fluff, Hoppy, Hoot, and the children visited, playing in the snow. The valley glowed with laughter, and Frosty's lacy shine sparkled, knowing her frosty dance had made everyone smile.